They always want to come, but they never want to leave my exes. And oh, they haunt me like a ghost. They want me to make them they won't let go. X's and O's.
I need wine.
Yeah, okay, let's start off right. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Yay. This is my dad,
Hello.
and we're gonna talk about all my exes. So, the internet's pretty aware of my poor dating decisions, and so are you.
Yep.
So I think it's about time they hear your fatherly advice and pretty harsh
Are you
opinions.
sure?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be funny. Let's fire up the barbecue. Let's do a roast.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, okay. So let's start way back in high school. I think you met one of my earlier boyfriends, Xavier. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember him. This was my first sign that this is a bad thing.
How old was I? I was like 15.
I don't know, 14 or 15.
Yeah.
You guys met at a Starbucks. We were going to a Starbucks.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went to a movie, and then we went to Starbucks to meet him.
Yeah.
And he walks up to me, and the first thing he says, "Yo, I'm X." Yo, I'm D. A. D. That was the stupidest thing. I was like ready to just pull out of the parking lot right then.
Then there was Alex.
Oh, the 69 boy.
Okay, great. The 16. Okay, so how old was I? 16?
16 maybe.
16, and I ended up dating him for like a year and a half too. That was the
Yeah.
long one in high school.
Yep.
And my phone number has the digits 69 in it. And what did he say? He was like,
He's like-
well, I don't know why he decided it was a good idea to tell this to you. But he's like, let me tell this to her dad. Guess how I can remember her number?
Because it's got 69 in the number.
Okay, but the thing is I didn't know what that meant. So you were pissed off at him.
I was.
And then at some point he got up and he went to the bathroom. And I came back and I'm like, what? What is wrong? And you explained it to me and I was like, I don't get it. But then years later, I was like, oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Next.
And then there was the ex I was with for a long time, which
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you didn't like him because you saw something on his Facebook.
Well, of course, now with social media, I'm
Yeah.
going to check into the guys that you date.
Well, this was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. You were still a teenager. I think you were still a teenager, weren't you? Late teens.
I was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he posted something about him and his buddies out. Something to do with smoking pot or
But
whatever.
no, it was in his bio. It was in his description.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was
on his Facebook.
That's
He's
what
like,
it was.
I love smoking weed or something. Which
Yeah, and I'm going, okay. Perfect.
winner. So that's
X, 69
to weed.
to weed, all by the age of 17. No.
But then I was with weed guy for like 7.5, 8 years.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
better. He got better.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then it got worse. And then I moved
better
here.
than worse. Yep.
And then I moved to California. And then now we're going to get into
That's
the
when all hell broke loose.
I mean, honestly, though. I thought it was bad. And then I started dating guys out here. Holy shit. So the first one was Dave. And you met...
Nope.
You met him. And so what'd you think of him?
Well,
See, he was... Yeah.
Well,
He was the youngest.
I find out about these people first from, she told me, oh, I'm going out with so-and-so now. So I go check them out on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. And as a professional musician, the first thing I notice is, a lot of them are talented. They got talent. They can sing or they can write, creative with doing videos. And, and I always try to give her the benefit of the doubt. She's going to know them, hopefully better than I am.
You shouldn't give me any benefit of the
Well,
doubt.
I know better now. But anyway, I try to go, if she's happy, then I'm happy. So, try it out. And so I always look them up, see that they've got talent, they nice looking guys, whatever. And then first time that we met him, my wife and I went to eat sushi with him. And it was, it could not have been the worst first impression on a father, because the whole time it was like, I put my wine down first. The first time it was like, hey, hi, Dave.
That is not what he was.
Yes, he was. What was it, Kathy? My wife said he had a
Personal space
issue.
problem.
Yeah, personal space problem. He was clinging to her as if I was not there. But it's the first time you even meet the guy. I'm sorry, but anybody would know, when I date girls and I meet the parents, I'm not going to be clinging and hanging all over them like I'm attached at the hip. It was like Siamese twins or something. It was insane. So wasn't a good first impression to me. And then they came and saw me play at a show that I did in Palm Springs.
Yeah, that was better.
No, it wasn't like you two were making out the whole time
No,
I'm
we
doing a
weren't.
show. You were too. Y'all were all over each other. I'm up there playing. I'm going, I'm gonna kill this guy. So
Sorry,
yeah, it
Dad.
was not a good.
Sorry, Dad.
Next.
Okay, so we went from that one to Toby.
Oh.
Oh, well, you went over to his house.
So yeah, he came over, which I knew all about him. Actually, a couple of our my nephew back home knew who he was by the Tobuscus thing and all that deal. So
Yeah.
I was a little familiar with who he was from that, and so I thought, I'm always going to give him a fair chance up front. My first impression was he was outgoing. I mean, I'll say that he was courteous to me. He was to me and Kathy both.
You liked him. I thought
Yeah,
you
I did.
him.
He was like, at least he wasn't like, oh my god.
You liked him way more than you liked Dave.
I did at first, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And but he was awfully, for lack of better words, he was like ADD. He was like, he just couldn't sit still. Everything was like all just fast and fidgety, and he would talk really fast and
Yeah.
couldn't sit still. And the only thing that was weird to me was when I went in his house, there were all these things like puppets and toys. I mean, I think it was things for his props, I guess, for
Yeah.
his videos and all, but he just started seeming a little bit more immature to me for somebody that was his age. And
I don't have anything weird around my house. So.
no, nothing at all except for that.
You got me that.
I did.
You
And
got me
this
that.
is what most of our boyfriends, I think, they're a piece of that. He had some ambition working on a video game or something, and so there were things about him on the business side that I thought, he's kind of got his shit together. He seemed pretty impressive. But just, the
But
more...
but no, he went to that show that you did.
He went to the show that I did a show in Palm Springs. It's not the thing yearly when I come out
Yeah.
here. I meet a new guy every year, and then I have this big show in Palm Springs that
I
we do.
didn't introduce you to any guys this year though.
No, none this year. Thank God.
I could have.
So anyway, so no, you can, no.
I showed you a picture of him.
Yeah. No.
No! No!
So she brings Toby to the show that I did in Palm Springs, and besides him being messed up on maybe a number of things, it was just like his social skills to me had gone out the door. He was just messed up. It was a bad impression. I was done with the guy that night. I was done.
Yeah.
And then things just got worse as I saw all the stuff posted on social media. It's like I kind of saw the signs in the beginning, being a little bit spoiled with having money. Sometimes money causes people to just party it up, and I think that's where he went. And then knowing how he was, to Jaclyn, obviously turned me more and more against him. And then I heard the stories about him kind of sneaking around and in the bushes and stuff. So now every time we come,
he came to my apartment a couple times and just like tried to get in. And
so every time we pull in here, I'm always thinking he's gonna be like, all you're gonna see is this little looking over the top of the bushes.
You always look for Toby in the bushes.
Yeah, so every time we
He's
walk
not
in
in
the
the
gate, I always go, I see you, Toby, like he's behind me somewhere
He
in the
does.
bushes.
He says that a lot. That's funny.
But but no, I did. I think the guy's got I'm glad to see somebody be successful, and I think he probably would have potential to be a good guy, but he just got to get away from his personal habits. I don't know what else to say on that,
Yeah.
or if he'll ever change. So
Hopefully. I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Next.
before I start on this next, I'm having a sip.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, man, you were mad. That's what you. So after the whole breakup thing happened, I went and I stayed with Dad for a while, and all you kept saying the whole time was, "I want to beat his ass."
Well, whenever I first saw pictures of him, I mean, you can only imagine what I thought. I'm like, okay, my daughter might be a lesbian. And then I saw him without makeup, and I knew she was.
Dad!
The first time that I met him in Nashville, and I think there was a picture of it somewhere on.
Yeah, you're like standing away.
I like kind of standing away,
I
looking at
deleted
it.
a lot
Like I
of
said,
it.
I'll go along with whatever because I love her. If she's happy, I'm happy, and it takes all kinds, out there to make the world go around. But this is just one of those things that I was just like, okay, this was going to be short-lived, and I was kind of surprised that she was pretty hooked on him. I really was.
Surprised it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah, I am, because I just thought, I mean, you were kind of, to me, it felt like you were kind of leaving your own little world and your kind of goals. You were kind of following him around the country a little bit. I mean, I know you were still making videos and stuff, but you were kind of getting
Yeah, no, I was helping him a lot with all of his stuff.
Richie, what's his stage name? What is it again?
Social repose.
Socially repulsive. I mean, the whole time I thought, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. You know, is he like Kiss and an Indian and Manson all at the same time? And when I met him, the voice that came out of him, I still wasn't convinced it was a man. I would keep asking, "Are you sure that maybe he's gay?" Which I don't care. I just thought that maybe he was. And
well, if you look at my track record, I tend to date kind of more effeminate.
And then I saw the show, and I kind of got the whole garb thing for that. But I just, it's one of those. I'm around entertainers all the time. There was just still something about him. I thought, this is not going to last. And then when everything went down, and Jaclyn called me and said she's going to come and stay with me in Illinois for a while because they split up, and I found out, I still can't wait for the first time I bump into him in person again. It won't be pleasant at all.
I don't think that will happen.
Yeah, I was ready to go to the show he had in St. Louis.
He actually canceled that tour.
He canceled that tour.
You were actually thinking of going.
I was going to show up and just haunt his ass. I was going to make him very uncomfortable. I've got nothing good to say about him. I don't, see, my adrenaline gets going just when I think about him. I just, to think that what he was doing for a year, just, I'd much rather kick his ass than even talk about him. Period.
Okay.
So, there's that.
So we have some questions. What type of guy should Jaclyn be with?
No.
Can you think of any scenario in which you would approve?
Well, like I said, there were qualities about all the guys. I mean, being a musician myself, I get the whole artistic thing, and I can appreciate that. And I see why people are attracted to people in the entertainment business. It's just a fun, it's people seem to be more youthful. They're happy. They enjoy what they do, but it also puts people around a lot of temptation and other things, and the parties and stuff. And just sometimes I wish you could meet somebody that's more opposite of what you are. I don't know. I just think that if you found somebody that was maybe had more small town roots instead of being in a city, a non-YouTuber.
I think I can handle that. I think I've dated them all, so I have none left. What do you think is the worst or least beneficial quality that I have in dating?
Red hair. No, I'm kidding. I like her dark hair. I'm sorry, I like her dark hair.
I know.
The fact that you have been burned, pretty bad, is going to make you a little more on guard when you meet somebody. So somebody's going to have to understand that if you don't jump right in, and if they fall for you and you're not quite ready because you're not sure of it yet, and they can't figure out why they can't win you over because you've been hurt, you got your guard up, and it's going to make you a little more, stay away, you're not ready to commit. I think getting you to commit to something, I hope you don't commit to something right away. I don't want you to. I think sometimes you might jump into something a little quick.
That contradicts what you just said.
No, but I mean, I think sometimes you do. I think you jump into something, like whenever you'll tell me about one guy, the next thing I know is like, that's kind of who I'm going to meet, and that's who you're hanging out with all the time. And it doesn't seem like sometimes it's a really long time in between guys.
That might be the worst thing. If all her boyfriends were in a burning building, what kind of sandwich would you make?
Whoever wrote that, I love that. That's great. I don't know. Maybe what? Peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, that's my other favorite. Yeah.
B&J. There we go. Which ex is the most punchable?
Definitely Richie.
Yeah.
That was an easy question. Whoever came up with that one, that was too easy.
This one was more for me. Why do you date guys that dress like bad Nightmare Before Christmas drag queens?
Did I write that question? Yeah, that's a really good one. I would like you to answer that one.
I don't know.
Why do you?
It's not like I've dated anyone else that dresses like that.
That you know of.
As a parent, what is the best advice you can give your children when it comes to a broken heart?
You know what? It's the same thing when you're older. It just takes time. I mean, it does. It just takes time. You'll go through those stages, you're hurt, then you get mad and you get pissed and then you don't care anymore. Then you're able to move on. That doesn't happen in a week. Sometimes it doesn't happen in a year. Different for everybody.
Last question. Did you have a good feeling about any of Jaclyn's exes when you first met them? Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Like I said, I thought that, in the beginning, I thought maybe Toby had some qualities, But the funny thing is that none of these guys that it take me more than one time on a full evening or a couple times meeting them to know that this is, at least I hope was short term. But yeah, that's the thing is I just felt like the maturity level, like everybody she's dated seems very immature for their age.
Yeah.
But that's just, I am a dad, I'm sure when I was younger I would act a little goofy too, but I can't recall ever not making a good first impression on parents and being, courteous and kind and not clinging. I mean, I would be uncomfortable to be hanging all over a girl on the first time I met their parents. That's just stupid for any guy to do that. Guys don't ever do that. I don't care who you are. With whatever girl you're dating, don't do that.
So none of them were the one.
Nope.
Time for the next one.
Yeah.
We'll see who it is. Who's next? I don't know. All right. Well, that was my dad roasting all my exes. Did it feel good to vent? Get all that.
Oh, there's a whole lot more shit I could say. But I'm done for now.
We don't want to make it too mean, I guess. Make it more focused on my bad choices than their bad everything else. So, okay.
And if there's anything I said about any of you guys, I'm sure you're watching it. I don't care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I had me a boy, turn him into a man. Showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Whoa. And then I let him go. I throw stupid shit in there all the time like that. Okay.
That was stupid shit.
Yeah, all the stupid shit. And that's basically my entire channel.